Hello everyone and welcome back to Placement Parsala. I hope you all are doing good. So in this video we are going to study data types in Golang. So in the previous video we have seen the variables, and while declaring a variable we have seen the string, boolean and integer data types. So in Golang data types are categorized in mainly two types: basic data types and composite data types. So basic data types are like integer, string, boolean. So these are the basic data types, and composite data types are struct, map, slice, arrays. These are the composite data types. So composite data types we will study in separate video. So today in this video we are going to study basic data types in Golang. So now let's look into the code and understand the concept. So earlier we have already seen the string data type, boolean and integer. So in Golang for integer also there are signed integer and unsigned integer. So we can see for signed integer there are different types: int 16, int 32, 64. So these all have different range of values. So for example, int 8 can have value ranging from negative 128 to positive 127. So these are the signed integer. So it can have positive as well as negative values. So let's declare a variable where name of the variable, let's say small number. This is the variable small number which is of type integer, int 8. So value can be from negative 128 to positive 127. Similarly, we can declare another variable large number, and it will be like int 32 or 64. So it can have very large value. So if you print, let's say assign this to 127 and value of this large number to any random large value, and fmt dot print ln small number, print those two variables. Now if you run the code, you can see the value got printed. So if you look here, this is int 8 and this is large number int 64. So as we have seen in the previous video, so there is another way to declare variable. Simply we can write number, name of the variable, and assign the value. Let's say we are assigning a large value to it. Now let's see what will be the data type understood by the Golang. See, now Golang will automatically understand the data type based upon the value assigned. So by default it will understand it as a int data type. So even let's say if we have negative value to it, then it will consider it as a int. Suppose if we add a decimal value to it, now you can see this as a float 64. So this is the under data type float. So float will have decimal values and int will have only integer values, whereas float data type can contain decimal values. So if you want to store decimal value, you have to define float. So where price, so let's declare a variable price with data type float. It can be 32, 64, float 32, value can be 128.35, and you can print this value. So these are the main basic data types. We have already seen the boolean data types and string data types in the earlier video. So I'm not going to explain it here. So we have seen these are the main commonly used data types in Golang. So in many cases we don't have to declare the data types explicitly, but we should know what are the different data types, because in Golang, based upon the value, Go will automatically understand the data type. But then also we have to know the data type, because in the project or in the company you have to know the different data types and when to use which data type. Explicitly you need a specific int value like int 64 or unsigned integer, then you have to specify the keyword. So now we haven't seen the unsigned integer. This was the signed integer. So in unsigned integer, what it will be? We will be having u int. So for integer it will be int. For unsigned integers it will be u. U for unsigned integer. Similarly we will have u int 16, 32, 64. All this will be only positive numbers. So that is the only difference between signed and unsigned integer in Golang. So unsigned integer will have only positive value. Let's declare a variable with the name positive number, and it will be unsigned integer 32, and it can have only positive values. You can see all these values are printed. So these are the basic data types in Golang. Now we will look at type conversion. So sometimes you need to convert between types. So here suppose price is a float. Now if I want to convert it into integer, how I can do? So I will declare one variable int number. I'm using simple way to declare variable, and then what we will do, we will use int. If I want to convert it into integer, then I will use int and name of the variable inside the bracket, and I can simply print this
values. Now look at the output. Here you can see this 128, initially it was float 128.35. Now it got converted into integer value 128. So this is the type conversion. So in Go we have to use type conversion also. So if you want to convert into any one data type to another data type, then you have to use the data type and name of the variable. So here if you want to convert it into int 64, then you have to use int 64, and similarly if you want int 32, then mention int 32. So this is the conversion from float to integer. Similarly, suppose if you want to convert from integer to float, then what we can do, let's say declare one variable float number colon and equals to, this is a simple and a small way of declaring variable. So we have already seen this earlier. Now I will use float, whatever you want. You can use either float 32 or 64. So float 64 and name of the variable here int number. So I want to convert this integer back to float, then I can use the data type to which I want to convert and then name of the variable. Now print and see the output. See 128. Now this is float number. So this is the basic example of type conversion. So there are many more type conversion. From bytes you can convert to string, and then from string to bytes. So later we will be looking at, also we will be looking at the pointers, how to do type conversion in pointers. Those concepts we will be looking in the later part of the video. So this was it for this video.
So now as an homework, you can create a program to calculate area of the rectangle. So you can take length and breadth with the int, different kinds of int and float values, and then calculate the area of rectangle. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please subscribe to this channel for more videos. In the next lecture, we are going to study control statement like if, else, for loop, while loop. These concepts we will be studying in detail in Golang. So make sure you subscribe to this channel for more videos, and thank you for watching.